Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto, episode 260. So, in the last episode, we had the return of Mikazuki. I almost said Misa. uh, and we had some new characters. Hibiki and her brother kind of had like a little one-off story with them trying to get revenge for their, the guy that, or on the guy that killed their father, a thief that was holed up in the Leaf Village and apparently planned on doing what he does again, even though he had an established shop and everything. I was like, that man, if this didn't happen and he really was planning on doing that, like, that's stupid. Just stay there, run that shop, be happy. But, some people are fucked up in the head and just can't help but to cause other people harm. So, but either way, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and we weren't really left with what's next, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's next. So yeah, guys, let's get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, right into the opening. All right. Which means I can tell you guys that I am in a good mood today because it's been a month and a half since I started my diet. I weigh myself every week. Every week, some weeks I lose a little bit. Actually, some weeks I've been higher than I was the previous week. But this week I am down a decent number, which is really cool. And it comes out to a total of 6.9 pounds that I've lost in a month and a half, which is pretty good, I'd say. I'm also not going like extreme on my diet either. I'm still having some things that can make me happy, and some meals that I enjoy. Like I still eat, like we our family has like pasta night every week, and I like to keep that trend going and stuff like that. So even though pasta is obviously not great for you. So I've been working hard, exercising every day to kind of make up for those meals and different things that I like. We've had like 2 birthdays in this month and a half, which is crazy. So I've had cake twice. Both times have been relatively well. No, the most recent one was a very small piece last week, but a couple weeks ago was another one where I actually had a decent amount and then leftovers because it was actually a dessert that I haven't had in a long time. Oh, and it was so good. But I shouldn't have done it, but I'm still losing with that exercise, so. Hey, Kakashi. Oh, getting old, carrying stuff, making your back hurts, I get it. I need to try that. It always seems like it's like something that, what are they called? Are they like dumplings? Is that right? I always see it in anime, and the characters always make it seem like it's so good. I've never had it though. Uh-oh. How is he drinking that? Look at him! He's just filtering it through the mask, right? Or was he blowing on it through the mask to cool it down? He wasn't actually drinking it yet. Uh-oh. No, he's drinking it! It's a turf war. It's gonna be like what was that story? Was it Romeo and Juliet? Yeah, that's what it's gonna be, isn't it? The two kids, like the parents or grandparents in this case, are gonna be like rivals that hate each other, but the two grandchildren are gonna like get together kind of thing. Oh shit. What was that for? The fireworks display. Hmm. The blushing. Hey. It is. Yep. Oh my god. Of course it does. Oh no, they're gonna have to go find the first edition of Makeout Tactics. Does she have it? The legendary. Throw it out. Look at his reaction. Overcharge it. Look at him. Oh, I'll give you this if you sort things out. uh, those are tiny glasses and they're very close together. It bothers me. You can only read things if you look cross-eyed. Kakashi's definitely up to something. Hmm. Tore him out of the picture. Hmm. Did they collaborate on their desserts? Stubborn old people, man. What was her name? I know he literally just said it. I'm trying to think about how to spell it. I didn't write it down before, but I was like, maybe I should. It's Savare. I got that. I guess it probably doesn't matter that much. This seems like it's gonna be a one-off episode, which is fine. I just don't know if I need to focus on writing down all the names. Discrimination, man. Oh. Oh my god, who left a note on your back? He didn't even notice. You're a shinobi and you didn't even know you did it. Kakashi's up to something. You know Kakashi. Especially when he's motivated for makeout tactics, right? First edition. He's up to something. Oh. Kakashi. He's so uninterested. How do they know exactly what the other one's gonna say? Just watch. You beshi. I was right that they're called dumplings, too. I thought I was wrong. I doubted myself. Oh no. Kakashi. Just elope so I can get my book. Even though he's doing this uninterested thing, I still kind of feel like Kakashi has, like, a plan of some sorts. Oh shit. So we gotta make him compete? Well, is anyone gonna eat the cake? Ugh. I'm on a diet, but they could eat the cake. At least someone would be eating it. Failed miserably. Hmm. Interesting. What are you thinking, Kakashi? How is having them compete? Oh no. I don't like this new town versus old town shenanigans going on in the Leaf Village. We need to quell this. Hey, we know who that is. We have no idea who he is. All right, fireworks. Jeez, that was just them. There's gonna be so many fireworks going off. Are they like the same? Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Are they the same like display or are they like fizzling out or something? Dumplings. Did it swap their setups? Kakashi. Yep. Goes to show you were only hating on it because of who they were. Yep. So needlessly stubborn is. Oh, that's cool. The both of them, right? It was a tie. You both do it from now on. Oh, Jesus. Yes. There you go. He had to lift the fireworks display, and that's why. Yep. That's why his back is hurting. I like how they set that up earlier in the episode. Would have been kind of funny if they just didn't mention it and we just saw his back hurting and he didn't actually say, like, fireworks. I mean, it's pretty clear he did it anyway, but. Hey. The marriage. They're both crying. Yep. Of course. Nice. Alright. That was a fun episode, guys. I quite enjoyed it. Like a little, like I said, kinda, I think it might have been Romeo and Juliet, I think, that had, like, they were from, like, two different, was it like two different villages that, like, didn't get along or something like that? I'm not quite sure exactly their story. I think they were, like, two that weren't supposed to be together, but they were, kind of thing. Um, we had a similar story in Avatar: The Last Airbender too, because I love that show. I've seen it several times, so it was actually the Secret Tunnel episode, um, where I think that was like where they got the name of the town that they were all in was Omashu, right? I think like part of their names was like Oma and Shu or something like that, if I remember correctly, and they ended up like going into the tunnel to meet each other from either side of the mountain. I think it was. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Alrighty, guys, that is it for episode 260. So, but yeah, having like two older people that are arguing with each other and they used to be old friends and stuff, it's definitely this episode was definitely ripe with cliches, I'd say. But I think there's nothing wrong with that. I still really enjoyed the story. I'm glad I kind of like we had like the two focuses on like the kids of the families, and that's what like really kind of solidified it for me when we saw like the shots of both of them, and it clicked in my mind. I was like, yep, they're probably together, and both their grandfathers are fighting with each other, so they can't be like public with it, kind of thing. And then obviously it was proven when whatchamacallit, when they asked about him to her and she blushed, right? So clever idea from Kakashi, like flipping the fireworks from one side to the other, so all the people that were, all the new town people talking shit about the old town people, all the old town people talking shit about the new town people, we're just doing it. It's one of those things where there's a lot of people that will hate something because they're stubborn and they hate where it comes from, kind of thing, and they don't want to release that bias they have, so they just hate it regardless. And then they find out that, oh, I was hating on our own setup, this whole time, and I was just being dumb. They were both beautiful. And the thing is like, I think the idea of people being biased like that and hating things just because of where it comes from is for sure realistic. What isn't realistic, in my opinion, is people having the realization that, oh, I was wrong. So many people have so many issues saying, oh, I was wrong. This was actually good. I was just being dumb. Like, there's so many people that would just come up with more excuses or whatever and continue to hate and stuff like that, which that's what's nice about anime and stories like this, where they can tell a story like this and they can have it end in a way where people realize their mistakes. And but I think there's a lot of stubborn people out there that wouldn't think that way. And even if they saw this episode, I don't think that if they were like that and they saw this episode, they still wouldn't relate it to their own lives when they were in a similar situation, kind of thing, and felt that way, which kind of stinks, because a lot of people like that are stubborn. I mean, I'm not going to say everyone. There's possibly people that would realize their mistakes and admit it, for sure. But man, there's a lot of stubborn people in the world, is basically all I'm saying. But yeah. It does stink seeing like two people who used to be like good friends, especially when they're getting older, because they probably, I mean, it's might be rude to say, but might not have much time left, right? And you don't want to spend the time that you have left fighting with your friend that you used to go on trips with and spend time with and were really happy with and everything. You want to be more you want to be able to spend your final years with them, continuing to do what you enjoyed and everything. So yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't really have much more to say in regards to this episode. I liked Kakashi. I liked the little moment of it in the earlier in the episode, him saying that carrying heavy things makes his back hurt, and then at the end of the episode you see his back hurt. Like I said during the episode, I almost wish they didn't have the line of him saying like, oh, firework displays are heavy, because like, obviously it's pretty clear regardless that Kakashi is the one that did it. But I like the idea of keeping it like vague and being like, oh, he talked about his back hurting earlier in the episode and now his back is hurting. Why is that? It's because he carried the firework display. I don't think they needed to tell us it when they gave us that info in the beginning and then showed us that in the end. But it is what it is. Sometimes this show is like, does try to be very like kid friendly, I feel like. For the most part, obviously there are aspects of it that aren't kid friendly, like death and stuff like that in some of these arcs and all that. But sometimes I feel like they try to really spell things out for you to make sure that you get it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because on the flip side, sometimes I feel like shows are so vague that I really have to sit there and try to like pull my hair out trying to think of what point they're trying to get across, and that's also not fun. Sometimes I just want to be told like what is happening, rather than it being like, oh, it's up to your interpretation. You know, like especially when it comes to like the ending of a show, sometimes it's like, oh well, you know, it's up to you to think about how, you know, how this ending, you know, like played out, and the effects of it and everything. So I'm trying to think of an example, but I'd just be spoiling a show regardless if I were to even think of a show that had an ending that was like that, that was very vague in the way it ended. But either way, I'm sure you guys know what I mean. Uh, but yeah. I think that is going to be it for me, though, guys. I really enjoyed this one. It was just entertaining to watch, but not really much to talk about. It was just a good, well rounded one off story that had a good beginning, good end, and everything in the middle was good, too. So, thank you guys so much. That's going to be it for me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Make sure you check out my Patreon, link in the description below. If you enjoyed, 2 episodes ahead through that on there. So if you're interested in supporting the channel and getting some more content, check that out. And I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.